Hi everyone, it's Andy Commons with another tutorial. Today I want to show you how to find photos to safely use on your blog post and Facebook posts and not be violating anybody's copyright. I have personally had experiences and seen my clients where someone has used a photo that they found on the internet thinking it was okay to use, didn't purchase the rights to it, and down the road they got a nasty letter saying you've been using our photo on your website without a license, and they had a big bill. You don't want that. You want to actually just pay for these images up front and get that covered. Here are two examples from this week where I had clients send me a photo. This one, they said please use this in a Facebook post for some kids golf lessons we're going to be hosting. And over here was a lawyer actually that wanted me to put this on their website. They just found it on the internet and said, can you post this? Well, before I said yes, I went and did a little research. Where I first go is to Google Images. So that's just go to google.com and click images, or go to images.google.com. You'll arrive here. And there is this button that lets you search by an image. You can either upload it directly or paste the URL if you found it on the internet somewhere, and you can even drag one here. So I'm going to start with the golfing kid here. Okay, so I've got that ready to drag onto my screen here, and so it's going to go and try to find this image. Here's the trick. Right now it says Ronald McDonald for some reason. I don't know why. I don't want that. So what I want to do is find all sizes of an image like this. So it found all these images, but if you go to usage rights and select label for reuse, nothing. None of those photos are labeled for reuse. So this is obviously a stock photo that needs to be purchased from somewhere. The next thing I did was think, well, maybe I could find if I want a free one, maybe I could go out here and look for golf kids at a website called Pixabay. This is a nice site that has a lot of photos. It makes its money by suggesting sponsored images by Shutterstock, one of the stock photography companies. Our photo might have even appeared here. I think these look just a little too professional, so I'm not a big fan of those. I also find it interesting that we're seeing images that have really nothing to do with golf. That's just because this photographer decided to upload his photos and tag them with the word golf. Maybe his last name is Golfer or something. Here's a child playing golf, and that would be free to download and use because it's on Pixabay. So they do that sorting for you. Still not a ton of choices here. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to iStock Photo. You can see I was preparing for this video with the Social Security one. We'll come back to that in a second. So we're going to go back to the beginning here if I can. We can start an image search, and again we can drag that golfing kid photo from out there here, drag that onto here, and it's going to take a look around, and oh, there he is. So this is the exact photo. It looks like this belongs to iStock by Getty Images. So if we wanted to use this very photo and purchase the rights to use it, we would have to purchase that, and it would be $33. Now check the fine print on what you can do with this, but typically when you purchase a photo like this, you can use it on web for free forever. Basically, you've purchased a license to use it for a long time, but only on the web. There are restrictions on other things you can do with it. You'll see it includes our standard license, and then if you need to do more, like put it on brochures, you could buy an extended license. Well, that's maybe a little rich for me or my client, so I'm going to try to find something else. So I'm going to go to Fotolia. Fotolia. This is now owned by Adobe, and I'm going to type in golf kids here. Now, don't be confused. It says royalty-free images. That does not mean free. That means royalty-free, where you're not paying royalties every time it's used, but you still have to purchase it one time. So here's some kids playing golf. Still, that looks a little too staged for me. I'm going to keep scrolling down here, and this is a good one. So I could click on this one and purchase this. The way Fotolia works is they charge you different amount of credits depending on the size you want. Since this is going to be a Facebook post, we probably only need 1 or 3 credits to get by. So I could add that to my cart. I've already done that actually. And if I look at my cart, it says it's 1 credit in that size. So then how much is a credit, you may ask? Well, currently, at the date of this recording, you can buy credits, you can buy 10 credits on sale for $11.20, so that's $1.12 a credit. So you plunk down $11.20 and you can buy maybe 10 small photos for that. And you purchase it, go through the checkout, and download your files, and you're off and running. You can use that and feel safe that you're not going to get a nasty letter. Now let's go back to that Social Security example. I think we're going to find pretty much the same thing happening. I click here, I go back to my images, and I say, okay, this is the image my client sent me and said put this on the website, so let's see if we can find that. Again, it found it. I'm going to click all sizes. And then I'm going to go to settings and see if this is a royalty free. So, sorry, under usage rights, right here, labeled free use. No. So that particular photo is not labeled free use. We could not find that on a place where it was more of a Creative Commons license that would be only require us to give the person credit. So again, we could go to Pixabay and type in Social Security Disability and see what it comes up with. It didn't find anything. I'm going to go to iStock, over here, type in that, and lo and behold, there's the exact photo I was looking for. Again, I think it's going to be $33. Let's just find out here. Yep. So again, I'm going to go over to Fotolia, and we're going to try that search and see what we can come up with. Well, here's one that is very similar. It has the glasses leaning on the law book, the pen, but again, I can buy this. Oops. I can buy this, probably a small version of this for a credit. If I need it for the website, I might need to buy it for 3 to 5 credits. Still, we're talking $10 to $25 versus the 33. So that's a pretty good one there for 6 credits. So about $7, $8 gets us that photo from Fotolia. Now your client might say, as mine did, nope, we want that one. We think it's better. It's worth $33. And so you purchase that one, and, as I did, and then you're off and running. Now let's find one more example where we are going to actually find a photo we can use for free through the Creative Commons. If I was doing a blog post about oranges and I wanted a photo of some oranges maybe in a pyramid shape, I'm going to go to my Google Images, type in oranges, and here are a bunch of results. But remember, we need to next go to Tools and then Usage Rights, labeled free use. Aha, still we have a lot. We can see here we have Wikimedia. This is basically where Wikipedia stores their images. Those can be used if you give credit to Wikipedia. Pixabay, we talked about that. That's a great place to download without having to do any sort of attribution at all. and there's some others here as a publicdomainpictures.net. I suspect that they would explain how you can use their photos for free. But I like this one right here, and it's from Flickr. Now this gets a little tricky, but not too bad. I will visit the page, and I'll check the licensing rules around this. And it says right here, some rights reserved, and it has this little person symbol. All that means is we have to give credit to this person here. If you want to double check that, you can click on some rights reserved, and it will explain that it can be used, it can be modified, as long as you give credit or attribution to the person. So I would download this photo, I'd upload it to my blog, but then underneath in the text I'd say, photo by Dominique, and then ideally we would put a link to this person's Flickr account, which is right up here. So you could copy that and link up the name Dominique to this location, so that when someone wanted to understand who took that photo, they would end up here and see all the other works by this photographer. This is all they're asking for, is a little credit. Some people go even further and will find the photo. I'll probably just have to hit back here, and they will post a comment on the photo asking for permission to use it. Let me see if I can find that here. I've seen this sometimes where, it's not here, but sometimes they'll say, thanks very much, I used your photo on my blog post here, and they'll link to it. And then the photographer gets sort of a nice response and understands that their photo meant something to somebody, and that's really all they're asking for. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope this helps you to find photos and safely use them in your blog post and your social media without getting into any hot water. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or you can visit my website, andycommons.com. Thanks.